What's up, y'all? I am back again with another video. It's been like 3-4 days since I posted, but make sure you guys go ahead and check out my recent video, the nail video. I don't know if YouTube just not getting it out there to people, because I realize with some certain videos I post, it gets the views no problem, and then I have some videos it just takes a really long time or just gets nowhere. But I would put them in the cards, yeah, so check them out for those of you who haven't seen my recent videos and all that good stuff. So today is another movie review slash spoilers thing. If y'all don't know, I do a makeup look while I'm doing this, so that it's not just me talking the whole time. So definitely do check out my other movie reviews. I understand if you don't check it out, if you haven't seen the movie yet, you probably don't want to be spoiled, because I literally spoiled the whole thing. But definitely check them out if you've already seen them and all that good stuff. So today we're gonna talk about Challengers. I finally seen that movie and I got a lot of shit to say, y'all. That movie that movie is crazy. So I'm gonna best pull up my notes and I'm gonna pull up the notes and just talk about it as I'm doing the makeup. So in the beginning of the movie, oh wait, before I start, today's palette I'm using is the NYX X Avatar. This is the Breathe of Water, I think the second one is called, palette. I haven't used it in a long time, so I'm like, let me just use it. Highlighter, I'm gonna go for the Finding Nemo palette from Makeup Revolution. So yeah, alright, let's start. So the movie starts off with showing a tennis match going on. Oh, excuse this noise. So the movie starts off with a tennis match going on, right? And then it's one of those movies where it constantly goes back in the past and show what happened that led to it. So yeah, it starts like that, and then it goes a couple of weeks back or whatever like that. Now Zendaya is married to the blonde boy. I don't know his name because I just didn't look up his character name. I didn't really hear his name throughout the movie when I was watching it. But yeah, she's his coach. He's not as good at tennis. He hasn't been winning like matches and stuff like that. So she's been trying like to push him to, you know, get into these matches to win a match and stuff. She also has a daughter with him, which I don't even know how that happened. I don't even know how they got married, because she's just fucking messy throughout this whole shit. Now there's a tennis player, Patrick, who was like really best friends with her husband. It's just a scene that they showed where he tried to check into like a hotel, but like something was going on with his card. He didn't have any money, so he had to sleep in his car. His name is Patrick. I don't know if I said that already. And then it shows it goes back again in time, how all three of them, you know, basically met. So Patrick and his friend, they was at a tennis game because they was playing tennis since they was younger, but they saw Zendaya. I guess Zendaya was like one of like the popular tennis players and stuff. They saw her and her performance in her match, and like they was like really like feeding for her. Like they was so acting so weird over one girl, honestly. after the tennis match, they like all of them are like at a party, and they like looking at her dance and stuff. Finally, they took the courage to walk up to her and talk to her. She already knew who they was somehow. But yeah, she can see how thirsty they are all over her and stuff. She literally takes a walk with them, talk to them and stuff like that. She was talking about how she's not a homewrecker and shit. That's completely bullshit. They was honestly very blunt with how they was acting towards her, like, oh, well, you should come back to a hotel and stuff. So they have a hotel, but they share like the same bed. At first I thought it was 2 separate beds they had, since they're friends, but yeah, anyways. So I'm thinking like, oh yeah, she's not gonna fall for it. She's not gonna go back to the hotel to see them, because that's just like, she don't even know them like that. Like, she literally just started talking to them. So little did they know, she did actually come to the hotel. I'm just like, oh, now it's getting to the scene that we saw in the trailer where she just started making out with them and stuff. So she gets to the hotel, to the room, whatever, like that. Starts talking to them. Patrick, before that, when they was having a conversation, Patrick was very blunt about how he just wanted to sleep with her. He was very blunt about that. And there's no way that she's just gonna make it that easy for them to do that, you know? There's no way. So they started drinking beer together or like that. And then I feel like she was kind of messing with them. She sat on the bed. They sat on the bed next to her. She started making out with the blonde guy first. This is where it just starts to get weird. She makes out with the blonde guy first, then Patrick, and then they kiss her neck. Yeah, if y'all seen the trailer, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. And then I guess he just tricked them into like making out with each other. And then when they realized that, because mind you, I guess they thought they was really gonna get her pants that time, but it didn't happen. So she basically tricked them into making out with each other, and she was just watching, just smirking the whole time. Like, I'm like, that's crazy. And then when they realized that, they stopped, they look at her, and she's like, oh, well, I gotta go now. I was like, wow, that's crazy. She played the fuck out of them. But that's how I'm trying to figure out, like, how did she even end up marrying one of them and having a child with one of them? Because it's just like, she was just, oh, child, she was all over the place. All over the place. And then, and then it skips like to the forward, it skips forward to where like she's like married with the blonde dude and has a kid, but it shows they show him Patrick is on his Tinder date with somebody, and he sees Zendaya. He still have feelings for her for some reason. Still trying to get at her. But apparently, y'all, they been messing around still. Like, even though she was married to his friend now, she was still messing around with Patrick behind her partner's back. And man, it was just so messy. Like, eventually Patrick and his friend, their friendship fell apart. Like, they wasn't no longer friends anymore. It was kind of like frenemies to each other. Because especially the tennis match, they was like, it was a match between them two. So yeah, eventually, because the fact that Zendaya is coaching one of them, is because she had broke her knee. So I'm assuming that she just decided to be a coach instead. She didn't play anymore. So yeah, the way Patrick and his friend used to be like friends with each other, like you would think like they're dating each other. Like, that's how close of a friendship they had. You would think they were each other, the way they acted with each other, but they wasn't, because they were just both after the same girl. I'm just like, damn, there's like so many pictures in the sea after this one chick. Like, Patrick gave off, I guess Patrick over time just was one of those guys where girls would just mess with him, but they wouldn't want to marry him. He wouldn't want to get married and stuff. So he was just one of those guys that was just messing around and stuff. But at the same time, he still wanted to mess around with Zendaya for some reason. Oh yeah, at the Tinder date that he had, when he saw her, he left his Tinder date to go talk to her. And she's like, are you serious right now? Like, you're on a date right now, and he just casually went back to his Tinder date to start making out with her. I'm just like, okay then. That's strange, but okay. So there was at one point when Zendaya was dating Patrick, was messing around with him, so she was like kind of going back and forth between dudes, but I'm just like, girl, like what you doing, man? Like, when I say dating Patrick, like, she wasn't with the blonde guy at all, she wasn't messing with him at all type thing. And I'm just like, how the hell did she get married to him? Like, what the hell? Like, I feel like she just wasn't like treating that boy good at all. Like, she was just being a player while being married and having a child and stuff. Whatchamacallit, there's at one point where Patrick is basically trying to piss her off, basically asked her to be his coach. She found that disrespectful and she slapped him for that. He gave her his number to contact him or anything, because Patrick feels like, oh well, if her husband doesn't win, she's gonna leave him and go back to him. So I'm just like, girl, that would be very, very stupid to do. Like, that would be so wrong, so wrong. They also showed a scene where she was engaged to the other boy, but then Patrick came to her and she just started, yeah, with Patrick while she was engaged. So they little affair thing been going on for like a while, per se. So yeah, Patrick, like I said, started to become like really cocky, really unlikable and stuff as he got older. I don't know, he just started to become very, very unlikable. Like, sort of like an asshole, but she just kept crawling her way back to him. Turns out she also slept with him so that he can purposely lose the match so that her husband can win, because she really wants her husband to win and shit. And I'm just like, this girl's really doing too much. This girl's really doing too much. Like, that, some of the scene was just making my head hurt, because I'm just like, girl, you're really going back and forth between these guys. Like, what are you doing, sis? I think eventually her husband kind of figured out that her and Patrick made a deal, because Patrick kept looking at her a certain way, and her husband looking like, something fishy going on. I also think Patrick gave him like a code, like a sign or whatever, while the match was happening, that yeah, she wants me to purposely lose so you can win because you suck that bad. So I believe her husband did end up winning. I think Patrick actually kept his word and decided to let him win, and it looked like they became friends again at the end of the movie. I'm not sure. Well, they looked happy. Zendaya looked happy. That's basically how the movie ended. It didn't really explain much, but it was just all over the place. I'm just like, and it feels so strange to even see her play a role like that. Like, I'm so used to Zendaya, like in Disney Channel type of things. So when I saw her play a role like that, I was like, oh my god. It was not even on 1.2. She spit on Patrick, and then after she spit on him, she like proceeded to do something. And I'm just like, what the hell? I'm like, this movie is just all over the place. Like, child. Y'all gotta let me know if y'all seen this craziness, because I'm just like, alright, so yeah, I don't know. I want to give that movie 5 out of 5 because it was really good on how the production was and everything like that. But I don't know, I just cringed so much at certain scenes. I was like, certain decisions that would happen. I'm just like, but why? Like, certain shit that Zendaya was doing. I'm like, girl, get it together. Like, it's not that. Like, is it that serious? I don't know. Like, she was giving me Bella from Twilight vibes. Like, how Bella liked to both Edward and Jacob, but at the end of the day she chose Edward to marry and stuff like that. She was giving me that type of vibe. But I see, at least with Bella though, once Bella got married to Edward, she ain't try to like mess around with Jacob or kiss Jacob on the low and shit like that. She ain't, like, she wasn't doing that. So, child, so messing with Patrick, even though she was married. I'm just like, damn, does she even really like the other dude like that? Like, it was given off like she wasn't really fucking with him like that, but she just married him just to marry him and had a kid with him just to have a kid with him. So I don't know. It was just so messy. Like, she was just really, really messy. But anyways, the movie was good overall. The decisions were just not the greatest. Anyways, let me know if you guys have seen this movie or heard this movie, seen the trailer, whatever the case is. How do you feel about the movie? And yeah, make sure you guys subscribe to my second channel. I have some new videos on there. The link is in the description box as always. And follow me on my social medias as well. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.